Hello, my friends. I'm Lily Gladstone, Eagle woman and from the Blackfeet Nation. Oh, I'm overwhelmed by all the praise, but I mean, Yancy, that one takes the cake. That was the most important thing for me when I got to Osage County, was to bring the dignity and grace to Molly Burkhart that I saw exuded and carried by all the Osage women who built the community that welcomed us in. Kind of a Blackfeet moment, pull something out of my Blackfeet purse really quick. Apologize to your aunties and friends. Just New York film critics, thank you. Thank you so much for recognizing this role. And I do want to speak about it in terms of this role. Molly Burkhart is unlike anything that I've seen on film before, and I'm so grateful that I could carry her. Thank you for recognizing her out of the hundreds of powerful characters from the incredible films. All of these transformative performances that are acknowledged in this room, these films that you've all called out and highlighted. So many people in this room tonight. It's just such a tremendous honor to share this space with you, and I'm so deeply moved to be seen by you as well. I mean, you know, David Ehrlich, you're a name in our house. Sorry to keep singling you out, I have to. I mean, it's wonderful to be back here because, you know, like my dad brings your name up often, always asks me if I'm having a chance to thank you for it. And so many of you tonight, not just to pick on David. So thank all of you who give your talent, critics I'm speaking of, not just David, all of you. Thank you for the talent you give, for the time you take to watch, immerse yourselves in these worlds. I mean, really, if we're all storytellers, actors, directors, cinematographers, we're all storytelling. Marty's been called the maestro. If storytellers, conducted by this maestro, if we are an orchestra, if we are instruments, then you all, especially New York film critics, you have perfect pitch. So it is such an honor to be up here. There's so many people who have believed in me and all of us who are in this room tonight that I wish to thank. Standing on ceremony and first thinking of the character that I played, Molly, I'd like to thank her descendants. Her granddaughter Margie embraced me, embraced the film, and really offered a tremendous amount of herself, as well as Billy Burkhart, Molly and Ernest's grandchildren, both of them. They're not here tonight, but their work, their investment, their words, they're carried through this performance. I tried to give their grandmother as much dignity as I would have expected somebody to give my great-grandmother Lily, who would have been Molly's contemporary, and nothing makes me happier than hearing from Osage community who just heard tonight that you felt seen, that this performance was seen in this film. All of our performances were seen in this way. Just the best we could have hoped for. I also have to thank some of these greats. Thank you, Leo, who inspires me with his incomparable ability to reflect humanity in all its beautiful and ugly shades in his performance of Ernest. Robert De Niro, thank you for the food, along with several extraordinary actors and artisans who have enriched my life. Thank you to Apple for believing in me, ensuring that this film was made in the most responsible, best way possible. It takes time and a lot of investment and a lot of energy to really place yourself in the community and to keep, bringing Osage folks along the way. It's really their story. Thank you, Marty, for your true belief in me from the start and your belief in the story. You stand out as a filmmaker without peer for so many reasons. You're a visionary, you're a genius, you're a filmmaker for the ages. Your art is and will remain timeless. And in Killers of the Flower Moon, your commitment to character is so unparalleled. You shifted the focus to the heart of the story, Ernest and Molly from the FBI. And in doing so, you focused on her sisters, her mother, her community, her family. And you instantly sense that Marty is a filmmaker who values character exploration above else, because you see it reflected in the actors that he chooses to play these multifaceted humans. These portrayals and this investment in character that you made has moved the audience, a very big audience, and has opened their eyes to the history of the Osage, which is not dissimilar to the history of Indigenous people all across North America, around the world, really. And of course, in casting these incredible, excellent Indigenous performers, all of these Native actors, to flesh out these characters that people cared about, that gave me people to fall in love with, that made me a full person, because we are all full people when we stand in community. The Native talent here tonight, Tatanka Means was my first leading man in a short film, my first leading role. Long before it was Tatanka. Long before De Niro, it was Tantu. Studying Tantu's performances as a kid, seeing the way that she's just broken down barriers, and one of the greatest moments for me on set was when she thanked me for our scene. Having a legend thank you for your work and sharing it together. And to that I say thank you for your career. To all of the talent that everybody is being introduced to, my beautiful sister Janae, Kara, Jillian, who's not with us, William Ballou, my goodness, Yancy and Tali, the incredible actors that you both turned out to be. I could just go on and on, but I'm driving home the point that this performance, this character was not made in a vacuum. It was not made just by me. It was made by all of us, and so this belongs to all of us tonight. And thank you, Marty, for humanizing Native people on screen in a way that's rarely been achieved in the past. And knowing that characters are what drive Marty's films, it's unsurprising that his respect for the actor's process goes hand in hand with his respect for humanity in all its complexity, with all of its contradictions and irreplaceable resilience. Because really, and I feel like New York film critics who understand this, especially when watching performance, you can't predict character. You can't get ahead of character. It's not just about figuring out what you're watching, it's steeping in it, it's being immersed in it, it's allowing it to change you. And like I said, that perfect pitch, you could see every little subtlety and every little performance, which was necessary. That kind of storytelling for the kind of character and the kind of woman Molly Burkhart was. The kind of women that Osage women are, that Native women are. Thank you for holding that space for us and really, really seeing it. And I just want to close it out thanking my mom and dad, again separately, not together, but also Howard and Betty Gladstone, who basically convinced me when I was very young that this would be where I would be one day, and even when I was and have been ready to throw it in and become a teacher or a data analyst or whatever over the years, that you're like, what are you thinking? No, this is what you do. It's a bit. And again, thanking the Osage Nation for giving us such beautiful women to look up to. Maria Tallchief being my first icon when I was a kid. So with Marty at the helm of this film, this role means so much to me. And I'm going to pass the torch off to him here in a second. But truly, thank you, New York film critics, for this honor. So deeply appreciative.